Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Brandy Cox Jackson.
As we celebrate this year's recipients, there are many alumni, faculty, and friends of the university who have received these awards in previous years. It's been a pleasure getting to see all of you tonight, and if you are a past awardee, would you please stand and be recognized? We are also excited to have several members of our Alumni Association Board of Directors with us tonight. We are grateful for the excellent leadership they provide to the association and our team. If you are a current or past board member, please stand. Among them are some of our past presidents, and we are so thrilled to have them with us and to recognize them for their leadership as well. Thank you to our past presidents of the Alumni Association. We have many of our campus leaders with us tonight, including our deans and chancellor's executive team. If you are here, would you please stand, chancellor's executive team and our deans. Thank you for your leadership and all you do for the university. I'd also like to give a special thanks to those members of advancement. We in the Alumni Association work very closely with development, university relations, donor relations, and many others that all report to our Vice Chancellor for Advancement, Mark Power, and we thank him for his leadership. Thank you, Mark. We are honored to have representatives of the University of Arkansas system with us today, representing the Division of Ag Vice President Mark Cochran. And from the University of Arkansas system, Dr. Don Bobbitt, President, and his wife Susan. Thank you for being here. Now, let's begin with our first series of awards before dinner is served. Tonight, you will hear each recipient's story and acceptance of the award in their own words through video. Thank you to our university relations team for their hard work and collaboration with these presentations. And thank you to our honorees for agreeing to take part in videos. Sometimes the videos can be a little intimidating, but as I just talked to one recipient tonight, the good news is there's no nerves tonight because you don't have to speak. We've all done a beautiful job of recording it, and we get to hear your words through video tonight. So thank you for participating in that. We look forward to hearing your stories. As we begin, please go ahead and enjoy your salads. And now, joining us to present the Charles and Nadine Baum Faculty Teaching Award is the university's Chief Academic Officer, Provost, and Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Please welcome Dr. Jim Coleman.
Established in 1997, the Charles and Nadine Baum Faculty Teaching Award recognizes a faculty member for outstanding teaching and includes a $5,000 award. Tonight, I am really pleased to present this prestigious honor, this prestigious award to the Honorable Howard W. Brill, University Professor and Vincent Foster Professor of Legal Ethics and Professional Responsibility. Go ahead, clap for Howard, it's fine. Howard is an esteemed teacher who has impacted legal education in the state of Arkansas and beyond. He has served as a visiting professor or interim instructor at universities in Illinois, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Additionally, Howard has taught in Russia, Lithuania, and England. His publications include Arkansas Professional and Judicial Ethics and Arkansas Law Damages. Howard is known for his interactive and extraordinarily engaging teaching style. and is the recipient of multiple teaching awards recognizing his accomplishments, including the Lewis E. Epley Jr. Faculty Award. And Howard is a member of the University of Arkansas Teaching Academy. Teaching should be challenging to both students and likewise to the teacher, said Howard. He continued with, the teacher should feel the responsibility of preparing materials and lectures, of grading fairly, and of providing a role model for the lawyers to be. So now please give your attention to the video screens.
I came to the university in 1975. I joined the law school faculty. My goals in teaching a class are that the students are, number one, they're excited when they come to class. Number two, they are involved during the class. They are interactive during the class. To get the best out of students, it's important to challenge them, to push them, to expect more, and also to encourage them. I spent a year and a half as the Chief Justice of the Arkansas Supreme Court. And at that point, I had a granddaughter in second grade at Butterfield School. And I contacted her teacher and I offered to have a trial. Goldilocks was on trial for breaking and entering and sitting on the chair of Baby Bear and breaking Baby Bear's chair. And there are different ways to teach. And I think for me, that was an enjoyable way of teaching second graders in a different way than I would teach law students. They found her not guilty of breaking and entering because the door to the cabin was open, but they found her guilty of damaging the chair because she sat on the chair and broke the chair of little Baby Bear. I would not be here today as a teacher, as a professor without my wife, Catherine. We are coming up on our 50th wedding anniversary, and so she is the primary person that I would thank for this. This award means to me and says to me that I have been recognized by my peers as a classroom teacher. And that is the most meaningful thing that I do, is to be in the classroom and to be recognized by my peers. I'm very grateful for that recognition.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the 2019 Charles and Nadine Baum Faculty Teaching Award recipient, Howard Brill.
Our next presenter is Chancellor Joe Steinmetz, who will present the Alumni Association's Faculty Distinguished Achievement Awards. Please join me in welcoming Joe to the stage.
Thank you, Jim, and good evening to everyone here. Advancing student success, promoting innovation in teaching and learning, enhancing research and discovery, and investing in faculty excellence are some of our university's guiding priorities. These priorities are fundamental to the University of Arkansas's mission. And student success thrives on the great work of faculty who teach in innovative and engaging and effective ways. And the world advances through the discovery of knowledge, the spread of ideas, and the creative activity of faculty members. And society thrives when our faculty are engaged in outreach and public service. So tonight we recognize the work of three prominent educators who embrace and exemplify these ideals. Each of these faculty awardees received a $5,000 award at the Faculty Honor Recognition Luncheon that was held earlier this week. So let's start with the Faculty Award for Research, which goes to Dr. John Clark, Distinguished Professor of Horticulture. A leader in fruit breeding, Dr. Clark has raised the profile of the University of Arkansas and the entire state in variety development and genetic innovations in fruit crops. He developed more than 60 varieties of fruits. And some of his most important research contributions have been through his work with blackberries. He has developed thornless plants that produce high-quality, disease resistance, and shippable blackberries. Arkansas blackberries are grown on all continents except for one, and that's Antarctica. I don't think much grows there at all. Dr. Clark achieved a major breakthrough in his breeding efforts with the incorporation of primal cane fruiting, which has expanded the ripening seasoning for blackberries, extending the domestic production and marketing season from 1 or 2 summer months to potentially more than 6 months. In addition to his research excellence, Clark led the way in the expansion of the intellectual property rights and fruit varieties and the development of agreements in breeding and testing with Arkansas Genetics. Cumulative royalty income since he assumed leadership of the university's fruit breeding program is $7.3 million through early 2019. So now please turn your attention to the video screens.
My current appointment is Distinguished Professor of Horticulture, and I work in fruit breeding and genetics, and our primary focus right now is blackberry breeding. It has an applied nature, and so the idea of it is to provide something to help consumers, society, farmers. Our Division of Agricultural Experimentation, of course, has been my home all these years to work. And so it's just natural that we would work in fruit breeding, just like all the other areas of agriculture, to help Arkansas growers. But another aspect of our program, which has been very satisfying to me, is to see our University of Arkansas genetics used across the region, across the country, and across the world. All continents other than Antarctica grow Arkansas-developed fruits. Well, cotton candy is a very unique grape. As many of you might know, you can buy it in the grocery store, but it all goes back to that unique combination of flavors combined in Arkansas that never been done before that put that unique trait in that final product. It's always fulfilling to see something placed out there that people get excited about. But it's also exciting 20 years later when someone is still growing that variety and you can look at the benefit it has had to farmers and consumers. I guess key people I always thank is my wife Sharon, because she's been supportive all these years. Dr. Jim Moore, who is a distinguished professor emeritus. I'm a big fan of our leaders at the university, particularly the Division of Agriculture, because they provided support year after year after year. This is, I consider, a capstone award because it's at my institution. It's institution-wide. It's a reflection, really, on a lot of people working in fruit breeding. So rather than it being simply an individual award, I look at it as something that reflects on our whole team. And this team has been working for over 50 years in Arkansas fruit breeding. So it's somewhat of a culmination, I feel like, of that effort. My efforts, but a lot of others also.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2019 Faculty Distinguished Award and Research recipient, Dr. John Clark.
So next we present the Faculty Award for service, and it's presented to Dr. Peggy Schaefer Whitby, Associate Professor of Curriculum and Instruction. Dr. Schaefer Whitby is dedicated to service to her community and also to her profession. Her commitment to improving services for children with autism in the Arkansas Delta led her to develop the Delta Autism Project. Through this project, Dr. Schaefer Whitby has provided support to families, offered training sessions to educators and other stakeholders, and engaged in research to better understand the variables that affect services for families living in poverty. The mission of the project is to increase the capacity of people living in rural Arkansas to meet the unique needs and challenges of people with autism. Dr. Schaefer Whitby explains that early intense evidence-based intervention can change the trajectory of the disorder for many children with autism. In her words, and I quote, "It can mean the difference between a lifetime of support and living independently, working and becoming a contributing member of society." Dr. Schaefer Whitby serves on the board for the Arkansas Council for Exceptional Children and has been an active member of the Communication and Critical Issues Committees for the National Council of Exceptional Children Division for Autism and Developmental Disabilities. Dr. Schaefer Whitby has also committed herself to service through leadership at a campus level. She recently served as the program coordinator for the inclusive educational and clinical programs at the university. And in recent years, Dr. Schaefer Whitby has served as president of the University Teacher Board and the College of Education and Health Professions Dean's Committee for Reorganization. Please watch the video screens to hear more from Dr. Peggy Schaefer Whitby.
I am an associate professor in the College of Education and Health Professions. I'm an autism researcher and teacher educator. And so I teach teachers and therapists how to educate and work with children with autism. So I'm working in Southeast Arkansas, living in Helena, Arkansas. And my research there is to identify the variables that may impact whether a family seeks or receives autism services in rural America. We are the land-grant university, and the people of Arkansas, they depend upon us to create knowledge, to provide economic support, and to bring our knowledge to the entire state for the betterment of the entire state. Service is kind of the ultimate payback, really, for living. And I'm very fortunate here at the University of Arkansas. Service, researching, and teaching kind of all go together. I hope that my students understand that by serving others, it can really bring you great joy. And that through that hard work and passion, you can really do some great things and have a really good life. I suppose I should thank my husband for supporting me. We've always been really good at supporting each other in our endeavors. The other people that I want to thank would be my colleagues. We have kind of a partnership and a shared passion, a shared mission to serve the people of Arkansas and to provide inclusive opportunities for people with disabilities and to make life better for people with disabilities. This award kind of means the world to me. It really validates what I've done. It validates the hard work that I've put in. It's not easy leaving your family and living in a new area. It kind of brings, I guess, meaning and recognition to the work that I do and to the people in Southeast Arkansas.
Please welcome the 2019 Faculty Distinguished Award for Service recipient, Dr. Peggy Schaefer Whitby.
Our last faculty award of the evening is presented to a clinical assistant professor of marketing in the Sam M. Walton College of Business. We are honored to present the Rising Teaching Award to Ann Veliket. Dr. Veliket is known for using an active learning approach to teaching. The instructional approach engages students through interactive in-class discussions, through small group assignments, brainstorming activities, and real-world projects. She teaches the Integrated Marketing Communications course with the unique approach of having her students work with small startup businesses to develop a creative brief and advertising campaign in order to help launch the local brands. Dr. Veliket has taken on the role of faculty advisor for an RSO on campus. The RSO is called Razorback Offering Accountability Resources, or ROAR, which is the direct result of a $30,000 grant awarded to the university by the NCAA and Budweiser. This is a fantastic program. Veliket partnered with Sarah Stokowski, assistant professor of recreation and sports management, to apply for this grant. And Dr. Veliket is admired by students and fellow faculty alike. One of Dr. Veliket's students remarked, and I quote the student, "Professor Veliket is easily one of the best teachers I have had here. Her class resembled the kind of work I want to get into post-graduation, and she even made time after class to connect me with people in various cities in marketing for advice, for job opportunities, etc." And Dr. Molly Rapert described Dr. Veliket's approach to teaching as follows. Ann's teaching is not confined to 4 walls of the classroom or 16 weeks of the semester. She is an experiential, innovative, unforgettable teacher for life. Please join me in watching her video.
Ended up here at the University of Arkansas, working on my PhD. Fell in love with the state, fell in love with this area in particular, and so was able to luckily come back and actually teach at my alma mater. My role with the university currently is a professor, clinical assistant professor in the Department of Marketing in the Walton College of Business, and I don't stand there and just lecture. It is a combination of lecturing, of discussions, of breaking them into small groups where they're talking and working on assignments together. I have guest speakers come in, and then every semester we work with a real company, so it's a very hands-on, active approach. I'm also a faculty advisor for Razorbacks Offering Accountability Resources, or ROAR, as we like to call it, and it is a result of an NCAA Choices grant that is about trying to get students to be responsible with alcohol. And so just being able to educate, I think, is so important. What I like best about being a professor here at the university is connecting with my students. And it's been really awesome to see some students, years later, come back into my classroom and actually talk to my current students about what they're doing in industry and what they're doing in the real world. To receive this award, I'm very honored. It feels great. It feels fantastic to be doing something that I absolutely love on a daily basis. I want my students to take away from their experience in my classroom. One is real hands-on experience. I also want them to leave with an understanding that really character and authenticity are not only important to brands and marketing, which is what I teach, but for themselves, and that they have a choice for companies that they work for. And I hope that they choose to work somewhere that makes our world a better place.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2019 Faculty Distinguished Rising Teaching Award recipient, Dr. Ann Veliket.
Thank you so much, Chancellor Steinmetz. Please give a big round of applause to all of our faculty this evening. Our faculty are truly that starting point and that connection to our alumni and generations of Razorbacks who remember their time on campus because of the relationships you built. We appreciate you so much. And now the Arkansas Alumni Association hosted the Alumni Leaders Summit on March 1st and 2nd at the Janelle Y. Hembry Alumni House. The summit culminated with the presentation of Alumni Volunteer Awards. And often we have this awards program, but you may not see some of our other programs that are actively out connecting and serving the University of Arkansas family. And with our volunteer awards, we want to recognize those individuals tonight. The Morris Fair Heart Award was presented to alumnus and life member Oliver Sims III, BSBA 1985, for his dedication and leadership with the Black Alumni Society. The Austin Alumni Chapter received the Board Cup, which recognizes overall excellence by an alumni group. And the Mace Award recognizes exceptional event planning or program development and execution. The Pride Alumni Society was honored with this award for their signature event, the Pride Drag Brunch. Please give a round of applause to these outstanding volunteers and volunteer groups. 2019 marks the 30th anniversary of our Alumni Association's Endowed Scholarship Program. Already this year, the association has awarded more than $1 million in scholarships to over 500 students on our campus. One of the reasons that I love being involved with education and the Alumni Association and all the work that we do and that I know each of you care about is our ability to help to build and support future Razorbacks and connect the University of Arkansas family and future Razorback generations for all of us. So thank you so much for all you do to make it possible for us at the Arkansas Alumni Scholarship Program to do what we do and to impact so many students on our campus. We'd like to take a few minutes to highlight our Alumni Association Scholarship Program and a few of our incredible scholars.
My name is Lizeth Martinez. I'm a kinesiology major, and I currently have the Alumni Association License Plate Scholarship. Through the Alumni Association program, I was elected as a senator through the Associated Student Government, and I was able to kind of advocate for the Student Alumni Board.
My name is Michael Panis, and I received the License Plate Rhodes Scholarship from the Alumni Association. I'm very happy that I'm at the U of A. I enjoy it a lot. I met a lot of good friends in computer science and even out of my major.
My name is Devin Whiteside, and my major is animal science with the pre-professional track of pre-med, and I was awarded the Arkansas License Plate Scholarship. Getting the scholarship was honestly amazing because I couldn't imagine myself anywhere else.
I would say the Alumni Scholarship has allowed me not to work while I'm in college. I can just focus on school and getting good grades, and then all the other opportunities that come with school, like networking, getting internships.
Because my parents didn't get the opportunity to receive a college degree, I'm really grateful for the University of Arkansas to give me the opportunity to be here and to study and further my education.
When I read the email, I was just very shocked that they chose me, and I was very happy that they chose me, and I felt very honored. It's great that I can do other things off campus and not have to worry so much about money because I have these scholarships.
I would like to thank the Arkansas Alumni Association for giving me the generous scholarship. I'm very grateful that you guys chose me to be a recipient of the scholarship.
Education's a really big thing, and so being able to have help further your education is really amazing, so thank you so much for that.
I would really just like to thank everybody that's a part of the Alumni Association, and to see that all of these financial burdens are a big deal to us students, and we appreciate your help.
just a few of our scholarship recipients currently on campus. We'd also like to thank all of those scholars and others who have participated in this video and continue to advocate for what we do in the scholarship program. Stories like these wouldn't be possible without the generous financial support from our alumni and the University of Arkansas family. And if you heard a couple of them mention a license plate, you may or may not know that even that Razorback on your tag from an Arkansas, Missouri, or Texas goes to support these scholarships and support these students on our campus. So thank you so much to so many of you in this room and many, many others who have made this scholarship program what it is today. You might have seen a few students helping out around here tonight, and we'll continue to see them. So thank you to our ambassadors for being a part of the program. They are all Arkansas Alumni Scholars. Lori DeBoer, Sally Sen, Samantha Jadisi, and Ethan Hackworth are recipients of the Alumni Endowed Scholarship, and Taylor Poe is a Pyle Scholar. Lori, I might mention, Lori DeBoer, this is her 4th year to be a part of this program tonight as an ambassador. And if you stop by our Hogwell tailgate tomorrow, it's her 4th year to continue to serve and help us every home game for our Hogwell tailgate. So thank you, Lori, for your continued participation and support, and to all of our scholars. We really appreciate you. Now, as you know, I can't say all that and not put a harmless plug in for our online auction for homecoming that is supporting student scholarships and has already raised, Deb, has it gone up yet? It's still $10,000 has already been raised for over 200 items, and that will continue until around November 8th. So if you need some early Christmas shopping and want to support student scholarships, there's an opportunity. Now, there are more awards after dinner, so please enjoy your meal provided by Catering Unlimited and music by the Hogtown Hot Club. The centerpieces on your table were designed by our Horticulture Club, and please note that the centerpieces, yes, and please notice that those centerpieces also contain edible cake pops, so you might want to pick yours now. Enjoy your dinner. I'll see you in a little bit. And we're back. Now, I know some of you have really good conversations going on, and some of you may still be enjoying your wonderful dinner, so please continue to do so. My team tends to keep me on a pretty tight rope and making sure that I'm on schedule. So this was my time. I'm back here, and we're going to have a wonderful time with these awards this evening. So with that, I want to give another thanks to Catering Unlimited, and we would like to offer a special thank you to Downstream Resort. How was the steak tonight? If you had the steak? A special thank you to our National Board member John Berry and Downstream Resort for providing the beef for tonight's dinner. Thank you to Hogtown Hot Club for the entertainment as well. This event wouldn't be possible without the support of you and our sponsors. Thank you to our gold sponsors, Butterfield Trail Village and Underwood's Fine Jewelers, as well as our pearl sponsors, Downstream Resort, Hog Country Media, and Fidelity Investments. Please give those sponsors a big round of applause, if you will. We'd also like to thank our media sponsors, Cityscapes and Celebrate Arkansas magazines, as well as KUAF. And thank you to our cocktail sponsors, for those I've seen maybe at the bar once or twice. We don't want to forget to thank our sponsors for our cocktails this evening, New Province Brewing Company and Tito's Handmade Vodka, as well as our dinner wine sponsors, Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits, our decor sponsor, Eventures, and our gift sponsor, Nationwide. We'd also like to thank our table sponsors for helping to make this event such a special evening. A full list of our table sponsors are in your program. And please, a big round of applause. The sponsors make this possible. These sponsorships allow us to build this award celebration as well as other programs that connect, serve, and celebrate the University of Arkansas family. So thank you so much for all you do to support us. And now we'll go into our alumni awards. And I have to say, the faculty started setting the bar pretty high with the enthusiasm earlier, but I know I got a few past presidents out there that aren't going to let me down for enthusiasm as we continue the evening. So, next we recognize a member of our alumni family for exceptional service on behalf of the University of Arkansas and the Arkansas Alumni Association. The Andrew J. Lucas Alumni Service Award is named in honor of an exceptional alumnus who exemplifies what service means. Y'all are getting ahead of me. For 3 decades, Andy Lucas, class of 1959, provided loyal and dedicated service to the U of A. We are honored to have Andy with us again tonight. Would you please join me in recognizing Andy Lucas? Tonight, we honor, for outstanding service, alumnus Steve Nipper for his hard work supporting the university through the spirit of service. He received his bachelor's degree in business from the U of A in 1971 and completed his MBA here in 1973. Steve has supported the Alumni Association and U of A through volunteerism and giving. He served 2 consecutive terms on the Arkansas Alumni Association National Board of Directors, followed by serving as president of the board. Steve continues service to the association as an active member of the Past President's Council. He has also served for 2 years as co-chair of the Chancellor's Society. Steve's contributions to the university and the association do not stop with his volunteerism, as he's pledged support to the Sam M. Walton College of Business, the Pryor Center, university libraries, and the Alumni Association and other areas of need. Now, please turn your attention to the screens for more of Steve's story.
My hometown is Magnolia, Arkansas. I was born and raised there. In 1967, I wanted to come to the University of Arkansas. I play basketball and go to architecture school. Neither one of those things happened very long. While I was on campus up here, first thing I got involved in was fraternity life, and I was an Alpha Kappa Lambda. Fraternity life was a little different. It brought me out of my shell. My mother thought that my socks ought to match my shirt in color. So when I came up here with pink socks and pink shirt to the fraternity, those were immediately flushed down the toilet. So I learned a lot about life in the fraternity house. And I worked my way up, and in my senior year, I was president of the fraternity house. So leadership skills developed. Once I got into the business school, I got my BSBA in 4 years and immediately went and got my master's. I got an MBA. And I feel like getting my master's from the University of Arkansas was a big step for me. I think it gave me a leg up in my career. I spent the rest of my career in banking and finance, as a matter of fact. I've always had a service heart. I've always wanted to give back. It helps you to become a more rounded person, to give back, to have interrelationships with other people. I think it's important to stay tied to university in a number of different ways. The University of Arkansas did a lot for me, so I'm giving back. And so I feel like you just have to give back. And these young kids coming up, they can use the experience that you give them. Every time that my wife and I drive up from Magnolia, which is a 5-hour drive up here, by the way, and you top that hill out there just south of Fayetteville, and you see Old Main in the background, it makes me really swell with pride. This award means a lot to me because it's a way in which I've been recognized for the service that I've given back to the University of Arkansas, and I really appreciate that.
Please welcome to the stage a 2019 Andrew J. Lucas Alumni Service Award recipient, Steve Nipper.
I knew the enthusiasm was coming. All right. Congratulations, Steve. Next, the Community Service Award. Spotlights the contributions alumni make to humankind through volunteer and professional service in their communities. Stephanie Streett. She's got a table of daughters. This one's going to be fun. All right. Stephanie began her service to her community while still a student at the University of Arkansas through active political involvement. Stephanie shares that serving the community is an important core value and has afforded her wonderful opportunities and a deep sense of fulfillment throughout her life. She spent 8 years serving in the Clinton White House and currently serves as the executive director of the Clinton Foundation. In her role at the Clinton Foundation, Stephanie oversees the Presidential Leadership Scholars Program, a unique collaboration between the presidential centers of George W. Bush, William J. Clinton, George H.W. Bush, and Lyndon Baines Johnson. She has been instrumental in the development and growth of City Year Literock, a nonprofit that helps close the gap between what students need and what public schools are designed to provide. Stephanie is a past national board member and a past president of the Arkansas Alumni Association. She serves as a board member of the Downtown Partnership of Literock and a member of the International Women's Forum, Arkansas. And now, please turn your attention to the screens as we hear more of Stephanie's story.
When I came here to the university, I always enjoyed working on political campaigns. My advisor here on campus, Professor Diane Blair, she really helped me crystallize what I had always felt that I wanted to do and was passionate about in terms of organizing and politics and sort of public service. She helped me articulate a vision for how I could turn that into a career. I was hired as one of the first official staff members on the Clinton campaign in January of 1993. Went to Washington and started working in the White House. During the end of the administration, I had an opportunity. President Clinton asked me if I would consider going back to Arkansas and running the Clinton Foundation in Arkansas. So the Clinton Foundation is really an extension of the work President Clinton, Secretary Clinton as well, and now their daughter Chelsea started in Arkansas over 40 years ago, working to help people live better lives, working to help bring people together to solve problems, and that work continues today through the Clinton Foundation. And I really feel blessed to continue to have a job that I really love, and I feel like I'm making a difference in helping people. The best part for me is really helping young people, especially when I'm mentoring. I really try to pay it forward. I've had so many incredible opportunities in my life, and I feel like a lot of that was rooted in my time at the University of Arkansas. And I think it's important for me to stay connected because there's so much happening here on campus. I'd really love to thank Brandy Cox and all the incredible staff. They work so hard each and every day to really put their best face forward for the University of Arkansas, to keep people connected. I find so much inner peace and satisfaction by giving back to my community and mentoring young people, to be recognized for that by the flagship university, which, like I said, has been sort of my North Star. It's really what propelled me to find my way in the world. It means more to me than I can express. I'm very humbled by this great recognition, and it's just very, very special.
Please welcome to the stage our 2019 Community Service Award recipient, Stephanie S. Streett.
Congratulations, Stephanie. Much deserved, and appreciate you so much. Next, the Young Alumni Award, established in 2000, honors the significant professional accomplishments of alumni who are 40 years old or younger. Recipients are alumni who have achieved extraordinary success in the short years since graduation. Ebony Wyatt has had a 16-year career with General Mills and is the first African-American female director of sales with the company. She was honored as a Silas Hunt Young Pioneer in 2018. Ebony enjoys coaching and mentoring, advocating for diversity and inclusion, and recruiting top talent from the university. In 2017, she was recognized as an Inclusive Excellence Champion by the Sam M. Walton College of Business Office of Diversity and Inclusion. Ebony is a member of the Walton College Dean's Alumni Advisory Board, and she is active in the General Mills Black Champions Network. Please join me in listening to Ebony's story.
I ended up coming to the university through a summer program when I was a junior in high school. The program was ACAP, Accounting Careers Awareness Program, and it was for minority students just to get exposure to the University of Arkansas and the Walton College in a real and up-close way. The ACAP program was super important in terms of my decision to come to the university. I had a phenomenal college experience, just lots of avenues to be a leader or to be involved, whether it's in the community or on campus. I started with General Mills as an intern, and I've been with the company for 16 years. And now I'm a director on the Walmart team, some of the first African-American female director in sales at my company. So the U of A prepared me really well for my career. One, not just academically, but really helping me to be well-rounded, from opportunities for internships, leadership opportunities on campus, and really developing a network, even amongst faculty and staff, I thought was really important, and seeing the value of mentorship early. My greatest achievement so far in my career has really been my ability to support others and inspire others. So for me, it's really about mentoring and inspiring the next generation of leaders. There's a few people I'd like to thank. Dr. Barbara Lofton in the Walton College, Angela Montz with the Black Alumni Society. She's always given me an opportunity to give back. Dean Waller, all of the faculty and staff at the Walton College, for just their presence and support. This award means a lot to me because so many times you work and do on behalf of others, and it's behind the scenes, it's quiet. And for the university to see the work that I'm doing and to see that it's valuable is really something I appreciate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2019 Young Alumni Award recipient, Ebony Wyatt.
Thank you so much, Ebony, for all you do. Such an honor to be able to recognize you tonight. The Honorary Alumni Award honors non-alumni who have served, promoted, and loved the University of Arkansas in the tradition of an Arkansas graduate. And tonight, we are proud to recognize Cynthia E. Nance. Cindy became a member of the University of Arkansas family when she joined the faculty at the School of Law in 1994. In 2006, she made history when she became the first African-American dean of the University of Arkansas School of Law. Cindy is a member of the University of Arkansas Diversity and Inclusion Core Team and its Inclusion Sub-Team. She participates in the Adopt a Prof Residence Hall Mentoring Program. Cindy co-founded the Northwest Arkansas Worker Justice Center and gives her time to the Peace at Home Family Shelter, Welcome Health Free Clinic, and the ABA Standing Committee on the Federal Judiciary. Please turn to the screen so we can hear more of Cindy's story.
I came in '94. Can you believe it? It's 25 years. It's really been an amazing journey. The best part of being a professor is helping people get it. You know, seeing a light turn on, whether it's just the substance of the course, whether it's career, they're trying to figure out what they want to do for their career, whether it's working through some problems they may have outside of the classroom, just helping them to really realize their best selves. That's like Cardi B would say. The provost decided to appoint from within, and long story short, I ended up being the dean. The people here on campus and the people in the state were amazing. People came to give me hugs. Women were excited. People of color were excited. Now I am Dean Emerita and Nathan G. Gordon Professor of Law, and I still teach full-time. This award is extraordinary, and I feel like it's the university's way of giving me a big hug and saying, we see you and we appreciate everything you've done, and vice versa. I mean, I love the university, so it's, as I say, it's pretty extraordinary. One of the things I'm the proudest of is I've been able to endow a scholarship at the university for law students who have a need and who are going to remain and do public service. And I was able to name that for my mom and dad, because I myself knew how difficult it was to pay the tuition and to get through law school. And also I just have a heart for service. And so a student who's struggling to pay their bills and then is gonna go out and do public service is somebody I just wanted to encourage and acknowledge. So, and my mom got to meet the first recipient. Being able to honor her and her to see it, it's a big deal. My mom said, wow, that was it. So it was pretty neat.
Please welcome the 2019 Honorary Alumni Award recipient, Cynthia E. Nance.
I can tell you right now the amazing stories. And Dean Nance, thank you so much for your leadership on campus and for all that you do. It's so good to have you here tonight and to be able to recognize you. Thank you. And now help me welcome Alumni Association President Teena Gunter to the stage. Teena is the General Counsel for the Oklahoma Department of Agriculture, Food, and Forestry. She graduated from the U of A School of Law in 1992 with her Juris Doctorate, and in 1997 with a Master's in Agricultural Law. Here to present the Citation of Distinguished Alumni Awards is Alumni Association President Teena Gunter.
Good evening, and thank you all for joining us tonight. The Citation of Distinguished Alumni is a lifetime achievement award recognizing outstanding success. Tonight we add 3 more amazing alumni to the list of honorees. Our first recipient this evening is Hayden McElroy, Chair and Chief Executive Office of HM Investments. Hayden has been a pioneer of finance and investments for more than 50 years. He accepted the mantle of owner and Chief Executive Officer of McElroy Bank in his 20s following the passing of his father. During the next 25 years of leadership at McElroy Bank, he influenced the shape of Fayetteville's development both in infrastructure and business. Following the sale of McElroy Bank in 1986, Hayden relocated to Dallas and diversified his investments to include real estate, technology, and many other businesses, while maintaining an active role in Arkansas business. Hayden has been an avid supporter of the university. He is a life member and former board member of the Arkansas Alumni Association. He is a member of the Towers of Old Main, serves on multiple university campaign committees, and has been a generous financial contributor to the university. Please turn to the screen and join me in hearing more about Hayden.
Our house was on the edge of the campus. I could walk to class. I didn't have to worry about parking. Parking was even a problem then.
Because of his family tradition interwoven into the fabric of the university. The core of the university, Old Main and everything, is on land that Hayden's grandfather bought.
He sold for a very cheap price, 160 acres. For the university, in the 40s, they had a tremendous ice storm. And the football players in the dorm at the top of the hill of Dixon, opened the fire plugs and created a great skating rink all the way down Dixon Street to the railroad tracks. Majored in finance, and my father died when I was 21 and I was still in college.
Inherited control of the oldest bank in Arkansas. He started to work at the McElroy Bank, even though he controlled it, as a teller, and took all the jobs all the way up to CEO and chairman. Hayden is a mixture of contradictions in some way. He is a very, very successful businessman. You don't think of a hard-nosed businessman being a really compassionate person, but Hayden is exactly that. He cares about the underdog, the underprivileged, the underclass. He wants to see the whole community prosper. And he wants to see it educated. In 2006, Hayden established the McElroy family Distinguished Visiting Professor for Visual and Performing Arts.
I really have always had a passion for the arts, just a broad spectrum of artists. And they teach, generally lecture. It's a lot of fun. I want to say thank you for awarding me these awards. I appreciate it more than I can say. Well, I thank my family, first of all. My wife wasn't from Arkansas, but from Texas, and thank her for putting up with me. But then I've got daughters, and I definitely want to thank them. It means a lot. I think it would mean a lot to anybody to get some recognition for hopefully some of the good things I've done and participated at the university with. It's no work for me to be involved with the University of Arkansas. It's a pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Citation of Distinguished Alumni recipient, Hayden McElroy.
Our second recipient is Dr. Emma E. Kelly Rhodes. Emma earned an education specialist degree in 1984 and graduated with a Doctor of Education in 1987. Dr. Rhodes worked for the Arkansas Department of Education for 25 years and became the statewide coordinator for adult education before retiring in 1998. She launched her second act with the founding of the Emma Kelly Rhodes Education Center in 2001. The Rhodes Center offers courses in basic education and GED preparation. It also provides technical and vocational training in the fields of certified nursing assistant, home health aide, heating and air conditioning, refrigeration technician, and others. Dr. Rhodes' goal is to help more people realize their goals and/or aspirations so they can help others. Her advice to potential U of A students is to write the vision and don't give up. Please turn your attention to the screens to hear more about Dr. Rhodes.
I had always dreamed of being a teacher, really. But back then, if you got married, you had to drop out of school. And so I got married at an early age. And I had 7 children by the time I was 27 years old. And I was widowed at 29 with 7 children. Even though I was not able to finish the high school in a traditional way, it was still my dream to become a teacher.
Dr. Rhodes is a ball of fire, and all you need to do is just try to get a little piece of that fire and you can do some great things.
I was able to go back to school. My mom would say, well, is there a degree higher than the bachelor's? And I said, yes, Mama. I said, there's one called a master's. And she said, well, get it. Mama said, well, is there another degree that you can get? And I said, well, Mama, I don't need a doctorate to do what I'm doing here in the State Department of Education. She said, listen, baby. She said, it's better to have it and not need it than it is to need it and not have it. And I said, yes, Mama, I'll do that too. And the U of A in Fayetteville was the only place at that time that I could get a doctorate.
Education is what got her where she is. She uses her education to learn more, and then as she learns, she teaches other people. She believes to reach back and grab people to get them where she is.
I was over the adult education program. I retired as the state administrator for the GED testing program and worked with adults who had not completed the high school education.
Dr. Rhodes is a pace setter. She goes to the prisons, the juvenile center. She goes and she mentors with them. Once a week, she goes to the nursing home. Once a week, she goes to the hospitals and visit people. Then she's very active in her church, and she's a mother, she's a grandmother, she's a great-grandmother, and she plays an active role in all of those parts. And she has so much energy, and she does so many things in the community that it's hard to keep up with her.
After I retired from the Department of Ed, again, I saw the need for adult education. I purchased the building, put a laundromat in there, and started adult education programs around the folding tables, and it just grew from there.
Dr. Rhodes believes that everyone deserves a chance.
I think because I can identify with them, had it not been for positive people in my life, where I may have been. And so I want to serve as a positive influence in theirs.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Citation of Distinguished Alumni recipient, Emma E. Kelly Rhodes.
Tonight's final awardee is Bill Underwood, founder and chair of Underwood's Fine Jewelers. Bill graduated with his bachelor's degree in business in 1961. Bill demonstrated his entrepreneurial spirit while he was enrolled at the university. He worked in a jewelry store and devised an innovative way to purchase the store and establish Underwood's while pursuing his degree. In 1961, Underwood's was granted the status of Certified Gem Lab, the first such designation in Arkansas. This was just the beginning of Bill's journey to national recognition. Bill and the store and gem lab he founded have received numerous accolades and awards. Underwood's Fine Jewelers was inducted into the National Jewelers Hall of Fame in 1991 and in 1993. Bill Underwood was honored with the Robert M. Shipley Award. Bill is a community leader in Fayetteville and says that he truly feels blessed to have talents and abilities that can help others, and he feels an obligation to share those with others. Please watch the screen for more of Bill's story.
I was watchmaker in the Navy for 4 years, then studied gemology by correspondence, and came out of the Navy then looking for a place to go. And I started to work for a class ring company, and they were trying to spread out and expand. And so they wanted me to come to this store and manage the store and continue my business school at the University of Arkansas.
Bill came to the University of Arkansas in 1956. I saw a young man who was energetic, who had integrity and had credibility, and always appreciated his friends.
After I had managed the store for, I guess, 6 months or a year, they wanted to sell me the store. And then, fortunately, through the university and the business school, I had got a business degree. So I learned how to run a business, how to grow a business. But it was extremely helpful because I could attend class in the morning, always took the early classes, and then go to the store and immediately that day put into practice what I had learned in class that morning. And the professors at the university were extremely helpful. They didn't have very many students who were already immersed in the practical aspects of business, as you can imagine. And so they kind of viewed me as a guinea pig. And so Leanne and I met then in that first year, and we've been married 60 years. And our first child, Michelle, came a year later after we got married. And then we had Craig, our son, the middle child, and then Victoria, our third child, our youngest daughter. The reason I'm so proud of the family is because the children have never been in trouble that we know about. And they've all developed successful careers, they have successful families, and are living a good life. I have an appreciation for what the university did for me. I mean, I would not have been able to succeed in business here as I have without that background with the university.
What I respect about Bill Underwood, he took his abilities, his professional knowledge as a jeweler, and his caring about customers. He understands customer service, and he understands long-time friendships. So I admire that about Bill. He's been recognized nationally, he's been recognized internationally, and he and his store is just unbelievable.
I think it's wonderful to be recognized as a graduate of the university that has established a business in the state, and particularly in close proximity to the university. But everything I've ever done in business here has been tied to the university one way or another. And I can look back at virtually any accomplishment that I've made, the university's played a part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Citation of Distinguished Alumni recipient, Bill Underwood.
Well, big round of applause for all of our Citation of Distinguished Alumni recipients. And thank you, Teena, for your leadership with the association. I appreciate you so much. And I'd like to thank all of our alumni board members. They do so much work to make this selection possible. So thank you to those who served on the committee. And also want to let you know that if you have nominees that you would like to present to the Alumni Association, anyone is welcome to submit nominations, and we're continuing to look at those, and we'll be working on next year's awards banquet very soon. In fact, I think Deb usually starts this right about now. Deb, what time? In 5 minutes, right? When I wrap this up, Deb Ucolano is going to start planning next year's. And with that, I have to recognize Deb Ucolano, Julie Simpson, and the entire Alumni Association team. Stand up. I can see Deb. You all know Deb, so I'm trying to get her to stand up and be recognized. There, Deb's, there we go. Thank you all so much, very sincerely. This team works so hard. The week of homecoming, and if any of you are trying to get to different events, you understand what Friday night of homecoming is like for all of us, because for the first time, we actually had the parade out live broadcast. Thank you to KNWA for helping us with that so that people could kind of participate, be able to see what was going on Dixon Street. We've got a team from our Alumni Association who have been down there working. We've had senior walk dedication. We've had a Black Alumni Society board meetings today. Homecoming court was today. So our team is a little bit of everywhere and working very hard because this is homecoming. It is time for our alumni to come home and remember what it's like to be a part of the University of Arkansas family. So thank you to our entire Alumni Association team for all the work that they've done to make this possible. And here we are at the end of another very special night. Tonight, you have met 11 inspiring honorees who personally personify the spirit of the U of A through their exceptional work, innovation, and service to Arkansas and the world. Our U of A family inspires me every day, the people I work with, the people I talk to, the people I get to see here tonight. And I hope hearing these stories inspires you as well. As we wrap up the program, a few final reminders. Please be sure to check out our online auction. If I don't say that at least one more time, Deb will get on to me. So for Deb, please go onto the online auction and help us with scholarship money. She's cheering back there. It's open until November 8th. Again, early Christmas, lots of great things. And on your way out, please drop off your name tag at the table and remember to take and enjoy your commemorative thank you gift that was sponsored this evening by Nationwide. And we want to continue the celebration, and if you would like to join us, we invite you over to the after party at the Graduate Fayetteville. Graduate Fayetteville will be providing shuttle service from the Fayetteville Town Center to the hotel and back until 11 p.m. And finally, this wouldn't be an alumni celebration if we didn't call the hogs. Now, tonight we're going to do something a little extra. So I know I've got some of my ambassadors who are going to come help me up here. And tonight's celebration commemorates 75 years of the Citation of Distinguished Alumni. Before we started the program, the screens were showing some of our alumni who've received this award over the years. And we have a few of those recipients with us tonight. So we would like to invite the former Citation of Distinguished Alumni honorees who are present to stand and approach the stage, and you'll line up here with us to help in this hog call. The past recipients here tonight include restaurant and hospitality professionals, engineers, investment analysts, lawyers, chief executive officers, and corporate presidents, just to name a few. So, as I call your name, please join us up here. And yes, I'm actually going to call you up, so yeah. Lee Bodenhammer. Connie Lewis Lensing. Montine McNulty. Marianne Greenwood. Lee Lane. Jim Blair. Mary Disler. Donna Graham. And Sue Walk Burnett. And now one last piece of business as we get to this. We are pleased to announce that one lucky person on your wonderful table arrangements here will receive a centerpiece from the table. You may take it with you if you have a red ribbon tied to the back of your chair. So everybody, you don't have to look right this second, but as you go to leave, that's the person who gets the centerpiece. So with that, I invite our Citation of Distinguished Alumni back to the stage. You look real quick while we get set up. All right, and as is our tradition, led by our Citation of Distinguished Alumni Award recipients, we will call the hogs and see you back here in 2020. All right, lead away.